Uh, I have no idea if this is working. No idea at all. Is it working? No idea. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. I'm trying to view what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. I want to get a live chat open. It's not working for me. Alright, disable the sound. Useless. Anyway, is that gonna work? Anyway, so I have no plan at all. I'm just gonna muck around a little bit. The APU hasn't been started. I don't know why. Tried to start it before. There we go. Now it's on. Turn external power off. Yep. So in the overhead panel, we have a line. APU is going. Disconnect from that. Everything else is turned on. Let's turn logo wing, and we'll turn everything else is fine. Packs are fine. APU is on. Yep. So I'm going to just turn all those on. Bugger it. Normally I'll wait, but today I'm not going to. Okay, so let's go. Seatbelts on. It's supposed to be something else. Anyway, turn that to RA. We're just going to do some pattern work. I don't know why I've got a pattern. I don't know why I've got a guy in here with me. So let's start the fourth engine. Fourth engine's coming alive. Seatbelts on. Yep. So I'm not going to specify any. Oh, I suppose I could. Where here, 2.6. Bring the fuel in. Right engine's alive. Let's have a look around. I don't know why we've got all this extra crap. I would just drive out of here. And I'm going to just drive out of here. You can't push back from this position. Nowhere near it. We're in Perth, which is my home domestic airport. We come here, arrival and departure, nope, legs, nope, route, origin. We shall go Yankee Papa Papa Hotel, and we'll be landing at Yankee Papa Papa Hotel. We're just going to do a bit of a circuit, and we'll go arrival and departure. So I don't know which runways are active. We shall go to the ATS.
Perth Airport information, Kilo 1800.
We'll start number 3.
Wind 052 at 5. Visibility, tree.
Oh, that's not very good.
Few clouds at 14,100 feet. Temperature, 27. Dew point, 10. Altimeter, 29.8 tree. ILS Yankee runway 0 tree in use. Landing and departing runway 0 tree. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller
Landing
on
and
initial
departing
contact you have Kilo.
03. We'll go to ground.
Perth Airport information, Lima 1800 Zulu. Wind 052 at 5. Visibility, tree.
Execute.
Sky condition, few clouds at
Route.
14,100 feet. Temperature, 27. Dew point,
Cruise altitude.
10. Altimeter, 29.8
Should go 3000.
ILS Yankee runway 0 tree in use. Landing
Cost
and departing runway 0 tree.
30.
VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Lima.
So that's departures. We'll go back. The departures we're doing 03. Just go that. Index. Arrival. We'll go ILS Z. Where's the next page there? 03. And we'll go stuff it. No idea how this is going to look. Okay, I'm still waiting for put them on nav. Oop. Fuel in for 03. I3's alive. Oh. Did it start? Yes. We'll start 2. Two's coming alive. Oh. Always make sure to check your controls. You never know. Number 2's coming alive. Your damper. Flight directors on. Left and right. I won't worry about any of those. Number 2's coming alive. We need our strobe light on, our beacon light, nav light. Oh. Number 2's alive. We'll start number 1. The panel above looks good. Legs. Zoom out. That looks good. It's just a bit of a pattern. Take off and land. Yep. Let's go back to map. Zoom in a bit. You're for 1. We will go 7,000. We have a flight plan in, but we're just going to be doing a visual. We'll fly. We'll follow the path, follow the track. We're not going to really worry about the rest of it. Everything is on. We shall kill the APU. APU is off. Good shutdown. Everything else is good. It's all good. Yep, everything's good. So we're going to set our cruise altitude. So we'll just do 3,000. At Milda, and then we'll go we'll go 4,500 at Amana. Actually, we should just go 250 by 4,500. There. Next page. Yep, so back there it's 3,000. Yep. So now I should be able to do decent approach. Alright. Alright, let's get taxi clearance. Taxi departure to the north.
Perth ground Fido 1 request taxi for north departure with Lima.
Fido 1 taxi to and halt short of runway 0 tree using taxiway Romeo Oscar Alpha Delta Tango Lima Alpha November Echo Charlie Charlie 11. Contact tower on 127.4 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 0 tree via taxiway Romeo Oscar Alpha Delta Tango Lima Alpha
Okay,
November
so
Echo Charlie Charlie 11 Fido 1.
Parking brake is off. Yep. I've not checked my controls, so hopefully everything is good. There, we should do it now. Ailerons. Elevator. Rudder. Yep. Let's power up. So the plan is just to fly around, take off, and then come back and land. Nothing overly complicated. We'll be taking off to the north and then following procedures out and then back in, staying below any high temp. We're not going very high, not going very far. It will be slow, but you get that. I'll set the auto throttle to 50 and we will set, oh, that's annoying, we'll set this down to 4.5, which is our cruising altitude. Slightly too quick. That's alright. I know how to drift. This is a real-time flight with real-time weather. It's fairly good at the moment, actually. So altitude set to 4.5, and we can arm the auto throttle. So because I've entered everything in, I should be able to go LNAV and VNAV, and I should be able to get that working properly. So that's longitudinal navigation and vertical navigation. That'd be all good as long as the as long as it doesn't screw up. Which is always possible. What you see, the blue arrows are a ribbon. It's an assistant feature for Microsoft Flight Sim. That's the only assistant I have, because I'm not going by the taxiway charts or anything. It's just one extra complication that I don't really want. It's not really needed. Like, if I was doing this in real life, then I would have taxiway charts for every airport I go to, and I would study them. This is a simulator. I can have a ribbon. Why go to that extra effort if I can just have a ribbon? So all of our lights are on. I'm slowing down for this corner. Turn my landing lights on. Taxi lights off. Oh, it's so dark. I might leave them on. Get to the hold short threshold for runway 03, and then we'll call the tower and request permission to take off. So this is Charlie 11 on 03. This is a VFR flight, and the simulator allows VFR flights at night time. It's plausibly realistic. You can do VFR navigation at night time. Doesn't make much sense, you know, but it's a clear, non-cloudy night, and you can navigate by the roads at night time. Set the barometric pressure. So we'll start rolling onto the runway, and we will respond.
Cleared for takeoff runway 03 Flight 01.
The next radio call we will get will be about going to the area controller and requesting permission to fly around. I'm not going to worry about doing that. I will acknowledge the call and then I will just close the window. the next call that I will make will be to request permission to land. And I will get a permission to come in. I haven't set my flaps. I think that's flaps 5. Yep, no, that's flaps 10. I want flaps 5. Yep, there we go. Alright, line up on the runway, everything looks good. Throw in the beans. Engines look good, all coming up uniformly. Power's coming in. Takeoff's about 120 knots. I think might be slightly higher than that. We'll go to 140. Then we'll start pulling back. There we are. Oh, a little bit of right aileron, a little bit of left rudder. Keep ourselves straight. There we go. Gear up. Alright, that looks good. Flaps up.
Fido 1 continue for north departure.
We'll acknowledge that.
Fido 1 leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
First Tower Fido 1 frequency change.
And we'll leave it at that. Alright, now we want to pull our power back. We don't want to go past 250. And start a turn to the right. We're following this track. So flaps are up, gear is up, spoiler is up. We can go LNAV and VNAV, and this should pretty much fly itself. So when you're doing a flight, you make your flight plan, you set everything up. So there we are, we're coming up to our desired altitude, 4,500. That tone indicates that you're within 1,000 feet of it. This might be noisy, we'll go outside and have a look. So as you can see, it's quite bright. Well, you can see all the landmarks. There's Perth. There's Road Highway, maybe? Tonkin Highway, one of those. You can get around. That should be... one of these is Greenmount Hill. This one's Greenmount Hill. You can navigate yourself around. It's not... that's not Greenmount Hill. That's Pierce Air Base. So that one there's Greenmount Hill. Go up the hill. Yeah. It pretty much just flies itself when you set the flight up properly. Sitting at 240 knots. And yeah. It's not overly complicated. I need to grab a battery. Don't worry, I haven't gone far. Just grabbing a battery. Oh, you got to see my worn out chair. I've had it for a few years now. Leather. Never lasts very long. So, we're going pretty good. I'll zoom out and you'll see the flight path. So I'll fly up here to Amana and turn right towards Beverly and then go to Kilo Yankee Echo Mike Alpha and then Messam Mike Echo Sierra Alpha Mike. So the next leg should be 250 at 4,500 feet. So we should increase speed. Should. Radio frequency for ILS landing should be already set. So that should all be done. There we have LNAV and VNAV, altitude hold and speed hold. On the displays we've got our indicated airspeed, our ground speed, our altimeter and our vertical speed. This is our compass. This is our horizontal situation and vertical. Here we have the map, our ground speed 267, our true airspeed of 260 something, the wind 180 at 0.6 fluctuating. Here's our backup instrument. So if everything else goes out, this should remain working. We've got speed, altitude and horizontal situation. Here's our engine panel. This is the #1 compressor on all 4 engines. This is the exhaust gas temperature for all 4 engines. This is our slats. Here's our fuels. Here's our outside air temperature. Here's our hydraulic and fuel panel. Here's our flight management system with our flight plan on it. Here's the panel that controls these displays, or mainly this display. Here's our autopilot panel. There's the display for the center panel, which is this one, and mirrored on this side is the other one. There's our lighting controls. They're inoperative. This is going to be a tablet, which should function at some stage in the future. Shoulder and foot heaters. No idea what that is. It looks nasty. Emergency. 2 cup holders and a place to put your rubber friend. Rudder pedals. Fit in the yoke. Here's the yoke. There's your trims for the ailerons. Here's the throttle quadrant. The fuel controls. Flaps on this side. Spoilers on this side. Here's our radio panels and a 3rd FMS, the rudder trim and aileron trims. That's all the radio stuff. These are our lights, seatbelts, etc. Here's our CAS. We're broadcasting 7,000. That's a weird pilot. There's 2 seats back here, they're jump seats. And we've got fuses. And more fuses. And a headset. And more fuses. Lots of fuses. I don't have to worry about fuses, which is good. Fuses are annoying. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, overhead panel. The hydraulics. Power generation. Navigation alignment, fire suppression for APU and all 4 engines. There we've got our fuel panel, engine starters. Here we've got anti-ice. Here's all of our lights. Here's all our other lights. This is our air, so cabin pressurization, all the rest of that stuff. Air conditioning. I can't see what that one is. No idea. There's cargo, AFFF. On that side, there should be. That's fuel crossfeed. I don't know. Somewhere up there should be the controls. They're probably up there on the right hand. So there we go, turning right at Amana, heading south.
Press Tower Qantas 7 tree, 49er, 27 miles south, inbound ILS Yankee runway, 0 tree approach. Qantas 7 tree, 49er, Perth Tower.
I have a plugin installed, and if you look up this flight, the 7349, at this time should be live. The only thing I haven't done in this is done my...
Cleared ILS
Oh, there is none.
Yankee runway 03 approach.
I'll tell you, it's 3:15 AM on Tuesday the 31st of January. So if you look up that flight at this time, that is an accurate flight for this time. I need to go back and find Perth in my list. There we are, Perth International Airport. So we can go request full stop landing.
Perth Tower Fido 1 is tree 7 miles east, 4,500 feet with Lima to land.
Fido 1 Perth Tower. Altimeter 29er.8 tree, wind 09er 2 at 5. Fly left downwind runway 0 tree.
Fly left traffic runway 0 tree Fido 1.
What they don't realise is we've got a flight plan enabled, and we're technically not going to follow that. But if we have a look for that Qantas flight, we'd probably be able to see him somewhere. So he's going into land. So if we have a look, oh, we're a bit far out. Some are over that way. That way. No, that way. You'd be able to see him flying around somewhere out there. Going into land. This is a proper instrument flight plan, so it follows the actual approaches that they use in real life. The main difference is when you're flying in, you'd be at much higher altitude and you wouldn't be able to see nearly as much. You got to remember that you're generally looking sideways out the window from a high altitude. They'd still be up at about 15,000 feet here. Wouldn't be getting ready to descend yet. There's no point. There's still quite far to go. The higher you are, the less dense the air is, the less fuel you use, and works out better. You can actually go quicker. It does work much better, but I don't really care. I'm just practicing my takeoffs and landings, and that's good enough for me. So when I'm landing, I'm going to be taking over control again. So to do that, I'm going to prepare my throttles to match kind of what I'm seeing from the autopilot. So I've set my throttles to be almost representative. You see them glitching because there's a fight between my actual controls and the autopilot. So I'll be turning right soon and then heading back in. Need a drink. Coffee. Just one. In my mustache. Everything gets in my mustache. Saving it for later, I think. And of course, I moved my tissues out of the way. Typical. So the idea is not to crash. But this will be my first landing in this plane, Boeing 747, in a very long time. So as much as I don't want to crash, I probably will crash. I'm not used to it. I've been using the fly-by-wire A320 primarily. That's a 2-engine and slightly shorter than this. The view, the cockpit view is different, and it can throw you out a little bit when you're trying to buddy your landings. The cockpit is very bright. I don't even think I can make it. Less bright. I don't think I have any control over the brightness. It's just burn your eyeballs out or burn your eyeballs out. Anything on this side? No decision heights. Overhead panel maybe? Oh, there we go. Turning towards final. That makes it a little bit darker. Turn some of these down. Oh, that panel down the bottom there is too bright. That was very loud. Can we change the brightness on his? Yes. The instrument. I don't know. There we go. That's a bit better. How far out are we? Not too far. I'll move this out of the way a little bit so we can kind of see. I can re-open it back up, but...
Qantas 7 tree 49er, wind 081 at 11. Clear to land runway 0 tree. Clear to land runway 0 tree, Qantas 7 tree 49er.
Doesn't sound very representative. I mean, singular voice. That's, yeah. Hmm. If we were at a higher altitude, you'd be able to see the entire city. But because it's just at 4,500 feet, it's a bit difficult to see it. Hey Google, turn off the lights. It's about to get dark. Much better. I don't know what you're going to be able to see, but considering it's night time and I need to be able to land, we'll have a go. Could probably turn one of the lights on. I'll keep it down low. Oh, we've got a few minutes. So... 2. Which one's this? Wrong one. This one? And we'll turn it down. Just a little. How's that? That won't interrupt my view. Still make me slightly
Quanta
visible.
7 tree 49er exit runway when able.
Oh, that plane's landed.
Quanta 7 tree 49er contact ground on 121.7.
This line, well, it's not exactly the best. Maybe if I do that with the other one.
121.7. Quanta 7 tree 49er.
That'll do. That will do. Slightly more visible. Alright, so we're getting up. Now, I have no idea if I have... This is lagging. Something chronic. Oh. Disable that so we can come over here. Useful. I want to get the not that one. I want what? VTPB. That's not what I want. Where are we? Where the flippin' heck are we? The map has gone somewhere chronic. There we go. That took us way outside of the area I wanted to be. There, so you can bring up the information for YPJT. Yankee Papa, Juliet Tango. Wanted to. So here I can get the ILS information and all the rest of that crap. But for some reason in this I can't. So our next call will be clear to land at 03 and we'll get that relatively soon. I don't know if we can start seeing the airport. Out here somewhere. As I said before, we're not really high enough. It is over there somewhere. It's over there. Pretty sure. So I'll fly up here, fly up this way, and then turn towards the north. As for this, and it should say over there somewhere. Don't know. We'll find out. Set our panel up, ready. So when you're landing, the important information is your altitude and your speed. You pitch, and then your altitude's controlled by your physical speed. So we'll start slowing down, we'll bring our flaps in, and then when we've got clearance to land, we'll drop the landing gear, and then we will control our descent by our speed. Low speed, you start falling. High speed, you start flying. Pretty much. So we've still got a few minutes to go. Our next waypoint's in 0.6 or 6.4 nautical miles. We'll start being able to see where we're going to end up. So the approach into Perth International flies just north of Jandakot, just northeast of Jandakot I should say, and you'll be able to see that as we start to turn to the right directly in front of us. The area around Jandakot's fairly well restricted. You have to take off and then make an immediate left-hand turn heading west. If you continue flying north, you're flying to controlled airspace. And yeah, so you can see just over here, that's the main runway. No, secondary runway from Jandakot. Yankee Papa Juliet Tango. So Jandakot's got 3 runways. One is I'm pretty sure it's just marketed as a training runway. It's for touch and goes. You've got a short runway, which is an east-west runway, and you've got a longer runway, which is a north-south runway. So Perth should be off our right. Jandakot's pretty much in front of us. Can't really see, but Perth's just behind that. And that's Jandakot there. There. We're making a hard right soon. And then we will be getting ready for the approach. So this red indicator here is our minimum speed. So it reckons about 205 and we'll start getting problems. What I can do is I can start bringing my flaps in, and once we're lining up an approach, then we'll start getting start getting things ready. So I've been streaming for 47 minutes and I've literally just taken off, done a loop, and then I'm going back. It's plane like this isn't quite as simple as like a little Cessna or something. It takes a bit, 4 engines startup. Well, there's a lot of systems, and I'm not even going into detail with it. I'm just hovering over everything. I'm not really doing very much. So we should get a call soon. Here we're lining up on 03. We should get a call soon. And we will bring flaps in. There's flaps 1. Oh, there's a little bit of stutter. I will kill the autopilot. And we're hand flying it from here. Whoop. Loading lag. Reducing my throttle down. Autopilot is disconnected. I'm going to bring my gear down. Is my gear coming down? No. Gear down. Reset my panel. Disable those. Disable auto throttle. I want direct control. There we go. Way too high. Way too high. Bringing my spoilers out. Alright. Gear is down. Ah, I've screwed this landing up already.
Flight 01, 1098 at 10. Clear to land runway 03.
There we go. Landing clearance.
Cleared to land runway 03, Flight 01.
Kill that. Alright, so flaps full down. Bring in 5 degrees. The spoiler is fully down. Bring in 5 degrees of flaps. We are way too high. Way too high. I'm going way too quick. Is my throttle all the way down? Yes. I'm just going to bring my flaps all the way down. Flaps full, spoiler full. I'm way too high. Way too quick. I'm going to create some drag. Oh, don't fall out of the sky. Please don't fall out of the sky. There we go. Still way too high. Bringing our speed down. Still way too high. Those 4 lights here mean you're too high. You should see 2 white and 2 red. If you see 4 red, you are too low. So 4 white means you're too high. And in this plane, it's very difficult. It's quite heavy. It's quite complicated. Alright, speed is pretty good. Oh, there we go. And reverse thrust. Well, we're just going to taxi back to where we were, which is over on the right hand side. I'm not going to use my brakes until I'm at a turn off that I want to get off at. Loading lag. Yay! We're just about here. Make sure we're out of reverse. Yes, we are. Alright.
501, turn next taxiway.
So I was planning on it.
Contact ground on 121.7.
Okay. 121.7.
121.7 for Flight 01.
I'm just going to follow the ribbon. Park back where I was. There should be. Stuff it. We'll just go where I was. Screw the ribbon. I think this is the exit. Stuff it. I don't have time. It's going to take us there anyway. I may as well just take a shortcut. I will land where I took off. Shows up big butt. Alright, so we're going a bit quick. Spoilers up. Flaps up. There's a plane in my spot. How typical. How typical is that? That's where I took off from. So that must have been that plane we had earlier. So I'm going to turn strobe off, nav off. I'll leave taxi and beacon on. So you can see over the right hand side here, there's a dude with 2 handy things. Straight nav view. So you can see he's telling me to go left. Go left. Go left. I said left. I want to be lined up on that yellow line. Close. Well, I'm going to go up. So there we go. He's saying I'm in line with it. And I'm going to go. Oh, I can't see him anymore. That's dangerous. Let's have a look from this angle. Whoa. So he's saying, go forward. I'll turn my lights off. He's saying, go forward. Let's go that way. And stop. Parking brake on. I can't see crap, he's too close. Park brake on. And we will go external on. And we will nuke the engines. We'll start from number 1. Number 1 is dead. And good shut down for 1. Number 2 is dead. Number 3 is dead. And number 4 is dead. Flap spoiler. Throttles to idle. We're on external power. Everything else is off. I will kill our fuel. Left, center. Why you not turn off? Meh. Yep. So, yep. And we'll reset those to off. So that's our engine bleed, and that's our APU bleed. The APU is currently turned off. So, yep. Now normally you would deboard all the passengers and do all of that whiz bang malarkey. But cargo. Cargo would actually go over there. That's where the cargo planes land. That's where they all get unloaded. Not where we are. But ba-dum. That's pretty much this flight. We've been going for a while. And yes, it's at 57 minutes, 11 seconds. So I am quite exhausted. It's now 4 AM. Maybe I should do another flight. 6 hours, Perth to Sydney. Nah. Alright. Thank you. Have fun.